In this video I'm going to demonstrate how to install the Begonia software package. The best way to do this is to use the tool called Git and install this on your computer. Git is a software management system or a version control system for programmers to collaborate on. And the most recent version of the Begonia library will usually be attainable only through Git. The actual code itself is located on this address here, github.com/glialab/begonia. And on the front page of this address, you'll actually see some quite some extensive documentation on the library itself, and it includes both code examples for programmers and some instructions for non-programmers. It also contains discussions of the architecture of the system and so on. This is to complement these videos, or the videos are to complement this documentation. You may also want to read the known issues section here before you start using the software, or before anyone starts using the software wherever you are going to use it. So I'm going to put Begonia in my Documents MATLAB folder. I already have one here, but for the sake of the example, I'm going to delete this and do a fresh install. So this now currently contains my personal scripts, and it contains just another live script. You can put Begonia wherever you want as long as you add it to the MATLAB path from that location. So I'm going to open the Windows terminal here, and we're going to list the directory and see that there's no Begonia folder in there. The first command you're going to use is to use git clone and then the address of the repository. This will fetch the actual code. So now if we do list the directory again, we can see that we have Begonia, and if we do list Begonia code, we can see that we have the MATLAB namespaces that we need to perform, or where all the functions of Begonia are located. But there's one more additional step that you need to take to get the full functionality of the framework, and that is to get the dependencies of Begonia. So we're going to go into Begonia, change directory into Begonia, and have a look again. Then we're going to run one last git command, which is git submodule update init recursive. And what this does is that it gets the two external dependencies that we have for Begonia to work. It will fetch these from GitHub itself. So these two dependencies are used to load TIFF stacks and to stabilize image motion artifacts. So we use Normcore and the TIFF stack library for this. Once this is complete, the installation is almost done. There's one more step. So now we're going to go into MATLAB and perform the last step, so MATLAB will know where we have installed the Begonia library and make all those features available. So right now you see we have Begonia and my personal scripts. If you just look inside Begonia again, you have a folder called code, and the namespaces underneath this contains all the actual code. So what we need to do is to add code and also the external libraries to MATLAB path. If we just type Begonia now, there is no auto-completion because basically it doesn't know where this code is. So what we're going to do next is we're going to go, actually you have two options. You have a temporary and a permanent option. The temporary option is to right-click the directory code and choose Add to Path selected folders. But we're going to use Begonia extensively in this series of videos and also for analysis. So we are going to make a permanent change so that MATLAB always loads this code when it starts. So I choose Home, Set Path, and I get this dialog here. I'm going to add folder. I'm going to go into Begonia as I downloaded and choose Code, and then select Folder. There are two more folders that I need to add. I'm going to go again, Begonia, I'm going to go external and add the external folder. And one more. I'm going to go Begonia, external, and add the Normcore folder. When you have these folders, you are ready to go. So I'm going to choose Save and Close. The next time I start MATLAB, I'm going to have the Begonia software as well, but it's already here. If I now push Begonia, I will have the namespaces, everything is here. I also have, actually you get 4 namespaces after installation. You get Begonia, which contains the library itself. You get Dataman, which is the data management tool that we'll show extensively in this series of videos. And you get the ROI Manager, which is also a tool that's used extensively in this series of videos to mark ROIs and also to configure the regions of activity automatic activity detection. In addition, you have the Solobium namespace, which is here largely for historical reasons. Okay, so with all this, you are ready to go and ready to start exploring Begonia.